Hi friends, this is the experiment 5 in our AR/VR lab. So to create a new project, go to Unity Hub and press new project and select Universal 3D and name your project. I'm going to name it as VR exercise and click create project. Wait for it to load. After loading, just remove the readme asset from the URP empty template and click remove. And go to Window, Package Management, Package Manager and select Unity Registry and search for version control and click remove and and wait for it to load. Now clear the version control and search for XR plugin management and click install. So this is a package we are going to use it for our VR exercise. Now now close the package manager and go to the window menu and click the project management and click asset store. This will open the Unity's asset store in the browser and search Meta XR all-in-one SDK. And you can see Meta XR all-in-one SDK and click it to open it. And if you see add to asset, give it and open in Unity. And go to the version history in Meta all-in-one SDK. Click on see other version and go to version 71.00. You can install any version, but not the 83, the latest version. You can choose the lower version and click install. Wait for it to install. Now after installing, click restart editor. This will restart the whole Unity editor and it will open for you. In this interaction SDK OpenXR upgrade, click use OpenXR hand. And you can close the package manager now. So this is a setup for Unity to build a VR applications. Wait for it to compile. Now go to the hierarchy window, select the main camera and press delete. We don't need the main camera. And you can see there is a Meta XR tool option appear there. You can select it and click fix all. You can do it for Android too and fix all and give apply all. And open XR plugin management and select the Oculus because we are going to use the Meta Oculus Quest. In PC also select Oculus. You can see that Oculus is added in here. And if you see any warnings, just give fix all. And you can go to the build profile in the file tab and switch platform to Android. Now you need to wait for it to compile the scripts. And after it compiled, tick the development build and yeah, use the player settings itself and close the build menu. And you can go to the Meta XR tools and select building blocks. So these are the tools we are going to use it in VR, and this is pre-built for us, and we can just drag and drop it or just click the add button there. So that's a add button. You can just press it to add in the hierarchy, or just you can drag and drop the component you want. I add the camera rig to the hierarchy. Now this will get the VR headsets view and it will set up automatically for you. You can check what are the game objects present inside the camera rig by expanding that. Now I'm going to build, going into the building blocks again, and I'm going to add the hand grab or grab interaction so that I can grab the object in the Unity using VR. If I select that game object building block cube, I can see there is a cube there and I can move it using the move tool. I'm just positioning in front of me. And I right click in the hierarchy window and create a plane. And I'm resetting its transform to 0, 0, 0. And I'm positioning cube right in front of me. So that I can grab it easily using VR. And now I'm going again to building blocks to add a distant grab block. I just click add and I give confirm. It add another cube in the Unity scene window. To differentiate it, I'm going to create a material. In asset folder, I create a new folder called materials. There I right click and create material and name it as red. I'm going to give a color which is inside the surface input menu. I need to expand that and change its color. I'm dragging and dropping on the building blocks cubes mesh renderer. You can also do by there is a material tab in the mesh renderer. You can drag and drop inside the materials option. So this is a basic setup for distance grab and a normal hand grab. And I'm going to take out the 3D model of basketball ground, and I'm placing it in the scene. Now I'm going to tick the use gravity in the rigid body menu of the building block cube, which contains a distance hand grab game object. Now I have connected the VR in Meta Airlink, so I can directly hit play to check the result in the VR. So I'm going to add a virtual hands to the game. I'm just adding a ray interaction, and I'm adding a building blocks which I want, and I'm closing it, and just I press play. Since I'm connected the VR with a Meta Airlink, I can able to see my virtual hands and I can interact in the virtual world in the Unity. So if I press any key in the controller, my hands will replaced by a controller, and I can distance grab the cube by pressing the triggers. The distance grab only work on the distance grab a game object. Yeah. And you can move the joystick and triggers the button, which also triggers in the Unity scenes. Yeah, this is pretty much it. And you cannot distance grab the normal hand grab interaction. For that, you need to go near to it and touch it by a hand and grab it by a hand. So you can see the virtual immersive world inside the VR. And in this scene, I'm going to add my basketball 3D game object, and I'm going to scale it down a little bit like a ball, like 10, 10, 10 maybe. And I'm going to place it in the correct position, just increasing its size to 15 and checking it's nice or not. And I'm going to add a sphere collider and rigid body component to the game object. And I'm going to right click the basketball in the hierarchy window. I'm going to select the interaction SDK option and select add a ray grab interaction, which will select the grabbing functionality component to the 3D model we have selected. And now it's we can grab it using the controller in the VR. So this is how you can add the grabbing mechanism to any of the 3D model you want to add. Now I had the rigid body in the basketball so that I can play with the physics in the Unity. So I'm pressing play. And I can see my virtual controller there and a ray also. The ray is pointing to the ball, and if I press the trigger and grab it, I can grab the basketball there. And if I release the basketball, it can simply roll like a spear. If you want, we can give the bounciness to for the ball in the rigid body. But for now, I can interact with the ball and it can roll. And the distance grab also work. So this is it. This is the fifth experiment.